A ripple! Oh, pretty! A little lift! They lifted him with their feet! Let's go, Ferdinand! Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha, and today we are going to be watching 17's Rock With You music video and doing a dance analysis to their dance practice. Before we get started, I filmed this clip at the beginning of today before I started filming everything, and I wanted to play it for you now and sort of get a message to you guys really quickly. It has been a challenging week for everyone in the K-pop community, and I wasn't sure how to go about saying something, if I was going to say something, if I was not going to say something. I've posted online different like image messages, I guess, but I haven't done an actual video message yet, and it's Thursday, April 20th. But it's a really challenging day to be happy and excited to watch K-pop videos, and I just want to acknowledge our collective feelings, whatever they may be. There's no right or wrong way to process grief, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else. Whatever you have to do to get through it, do that. I shared this advice with a friend of mine, and it was a really hard lesson that I had to learn a few years ago, and I feel like I had to go through that lesson so that now I can share it in times like these. And a few years ago, I had two friends pass away within the span of a year, and we were all around 26 at the time, 26 years old. It was sudden, it was unexpected. They had been perfectly healthy human beings before they weren't. And to have a loss so close when you're so young is devastating and really hard to navigate. And I was lost. I lost all sense of purpose and meaning, and I didn't know how to move forward. And I honestly can't remember if it was a therapist or if this was something my dad said or I just thought of, but I realized that if I just stopped living because my friends were gone and they didn't have that chance anymore, that would be a disservice to them. That's not fair. They would want me to live my life to the fullest in their memory, in their honor. They would want me to experience everything that they didn't get to while they were here. So for all of you who may be struggling right now to make sense of this, to find a purpose to keep going, honor the deceased's memory by living your life to the fullest. Don't give up on yourself. And eventually you'll stop living your life to honor them, and you'll remember how to live your life to honor yourself too. So I'm probably going to be putting this message in the beginning of all of my videos for the upcoming week or two. So if you watch all my videos, you're going to be seeing this more than once. I just can't film it twice. So I'm so sorry for all the pain that you guys are feeling. I'm so sorry that this happened, and I'm here for you in the comments, on Instagram, DMs, if you need someone to talk to. I just felt like I had to say something before going into the reactions. It just didn't feel right to act like nothing had happened. But I'm deciding to film regardless, because at the same time, I need a place when I'm online to just go and lose myself and not think about what's happened. And I'm sure there are many of you who feel the same way. So I hope that the rest of this video today will help be a distraction if you need one. So that's why I'm deciding to film it today and to post it. And after this moment, I'm gonna take a little break, I'm gonna collect myself, and we are going to have fun together, okay? Okay, you can do this. I believe in you and I love you. I know that everyone processes news like this in different ways, and some people, myself included, do better with a sense of normalcy and distraction. And I'm hoping that the rest of this video can be that for you if you need it today. So that's why I'm deciding to film this video and to get it out to you guys. And I hope we can enjoy this moment together. And yeah. So we're gonna start with the music video, and I'm really excited. I decided to go with rock, oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble saying these words today. I decided to go with Rock With You first because it's the other 17 song I'm probably the most familiar with. I don't think I've heard the entire song, but I've heard enough of it to be like, I have a general understanding of the beat and the chorus and that sort of stuff. And when I have more of an understanding of a song already before filming anything, it helps me have a quicker understanding of the choreography and the dance in general. So that's why I chose this one. I know it's not like up there on your recommendations, but your other songs were a little more emotional, and I didn't want to do that to myself today. So I decided to go completely off track of what I was planning on filming and film Rock With You instead. So let's get started with the music video. Here we go. Is that Joshua with a little eyebrow piercing? And that's June, I think. And that's Seungkwan, Hoshi, DK. Oh my god! Oh my god! I gotta focus. I haven't even heard the song yet. Just looking at him. That little squeaky sound in the back? That's the 8. I wanna rock with you. That place is so high up, it couldn't be me. I would be laying down on it. Let's go, Vernon. Look at that! Look at that! Circular staircase. Wanu. Well, also the editing on this video, how fun! Another kick ripple line. Oh, I love that kick Radajon back. Okay, I think I got him wrong. The blonde one. I got you wrong. You're someone else. Oh my, oh, I like that painting a lot. Oh my god. They're all in so many different, like, universes or settings. The one with the balloons was Seungkwan, I think. Oh. That's a sweet song. I will preface that with saying I didn't have the lyrics up, so maybe it's not a sweet song and I just don't know that. I'm trying really hard to learn everyone's names. There's like one member now who I don't know, and I think it was the blonde person whose name I got wrong. But it's also, this is a new era that I'm watching, so all of their hair is different. So that's also tripping me up a little bit. My eye is literally twitching because I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you kind of can. Anyway, I'm so stressed that I got the name wrong because I'm really just trying to learn everyone before the comeback, which is literally potentially will have happened by the time I get this video up to you guys. I'm not sure. It's coming up so soon. It's in like a week. Okay, what did I think of the song? I like the song. It's definitely a new vibe that I'm hearing from them because so far I've heard Hot, March, and Shadow. And this is a little more of a poppy fun sound, which I needed today. So thank you, 17. The music video is very interesting. I don't know what it is necessarily talking about, but perhaps it's connected to another music video and that's why I'm lost. That's always a risk that I take going into a new group and not doing music videos or anything in order and just sort of randomly picking something. I could be coming into the middle of a conversation and have no idea. It seemed like every member had their own individual personality is not necessarily the right word. Setting might be a better word. Like we had some people on a motorcycle, on a traffic light. We had someone with all those balloons. We had another person, s.coups, with the producing setup. We had Uzi with the, oh my god, my brain is going so slow today. Microscope? Is that the right word? I'm struggling, y'all. But then there's also the theme of them all coming together. Oh, and the person on the roof, the little like picnic on the roof. I don't like heights, so I don't know that that's as romantic as it seemed. But in theory it is. But yeah, they kept always coming together as a group and like meshing all of these different worlds together. I don't know what it's trying to say, but I did like the song. I was getting wrecked by a few of the members, which was interesting because in Hot, I had very distinct people wrecking me, and then in this, I had new people wrecking me, and we've talked about this in the comments where it's like every video you get a new bias, and that seems to be true. I'm really excited to see this choreography a bit more. I was not paying attention to it almost at all. I think I made one comment about the choreography one time, so I need to really pay more attention to what their bodies are doing and not what they look like in those outfits and the hair and who's who. I need to dance teacher focus and not fan focus, and that's so hard for me sometimes, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Here we go. Very subtle beginning, little head and hand. A ripple! Oh, pretty! Splitting the group in half again on each side. Partners! Oh, they're doing duets! They do that line more than once. Do, 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 do. Oh my gosh. A little lift! They lifted him with their feet! It started so arm heavy and now it's so leg heavy. Oh, that's Dino! Let's go, Ferdinand! That's June. I love the kick. Ba, 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 ba. Oh my god, look at his hair. That's the 8. Alright, focus on choreography. Look at that ripple! Oh, another one, how nice. dancing. Kick, 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 and cross. What's his name? This blonde one? I think he's the only one I can't figure out. He's not the angel one, is he? Junghan? Is that who it is? I forgot to watch them dance again. See, again, it's so subtle with the hands. Aww. I want to go to a part of it where I can see all of them and try and figure out who's who before we go to the dance practice. Because otherwise it's just going to bother me. But I feel like we don't really get a good shot of all of them not moving. Oh, that was a good one. Hold on. Okay, I'm wasting time. Whatever. I'm not going to be able to find them all in this video, which makes me incredibly sad. But I will do my homework. I will figure it out. I will figure it out. I'm getting so close to having all 13 memorized. I'm getting so close. It'll obviously help to continue watching the guides, which I do plan on doing. I might even watch one later today, because I think after this I'm going to start filming in my bed, because I am tired and just want to lay down. But I also have to keep filming today, so we'll see what happens. Do I have comments on the choreography? There's that one part with Hoshi in front that reminds me so much of line dancing. It's very country, which is also kind of what the style is giving with the fringe and the animal print and the boots. So I don't know if it's intentionally mimicking like a line dancing step or not. But that's what I was getting from that. Also, very interesting what part of the body they're highlighting, because it's super rare. Well, not super rare, but it's not as common in this choreography that they're highlighting the entire body all at once, with the exception of when they want a really explosive moment, when the music is crescendoing. That's sort of when they're using arms, legs, hand, torso, all of it. But in the beginning of the dance, we get that like head, hand thing. That happens a few different times. We get it again towards the end where s.coups does this with his hands and everyone is just moving their hands. We also get a whole section where it's just their feet moving and doing a lot of work. And then we get the section where it's like everything is happening all together all at once. So it's really interesting to watch what body parts they're using and what's happening in the music to sort of correspond with that change. So that's something I'm going to be looking at a little bit more in the dance practice, I think. I'm really enjoying the ripples in this. I'm really enjoying the line we keep getting. I think my favorite version of it is when they kick, 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 and then Uzi comes out from the back. I like that one a lot. And then we're also getting a few times where they're splitting the room in half, and then this group is doing the mirror of what this group is doing, which is something I've already mentioned in Hot. And it's a really easy way to make choreography really keeping it simple, but keeping it diverse when you have so many dancers on stage, because they are all technically doing the same thing. It's just one is doing it on the left side and one is doing it on the right side. And it keeps it looking new and interesting instead of everyone just doing the exact same direction all the time. I think those are my thoughts going in to the dance practice. I don't know. I just like 17 so much. And I did not expect this to happen. I thought I would make my video in the beginning of like, TikTok made me do it, I have to listen to this group, and I just want to hear this one song. And now we're like a few months into it, and they're quickly becoming one of my favorite groups. And I did not see this coming. I swear to you, I didn't try and make this a thing. It's just naturally happening, and I don't know how, and I can't stop it now. I'm in too deep. I know their names, you know? So we're going into the dance practice. Here we go. Choreography video. Oh, I forgot about this dribble in the beginning. And then again to come up. Ooh, ooh! So much has already happened! Oh my god. They're using their corners well. That little squeaky sound is my favorite. I love the arms in this section. There it is, the Ranajan. The guitar in that? Sorry, so much is happening in my brain. To be me, oh my god. Oh my god, Vernon, you're so good. Ah, that's footwork. The kick line, yes. I love their little matching sweaters. Did they plan that? They keep giving me flying images. Which I was thinking of also when they were performing on the helicopter pad. It was very intentional that they switched to that scene when they do the arms back because it looks like wings. Oh my god, that subtle leg pop? Are you kidding me? A little circle? Da, 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 da. I need to stop only watching Mingyu. I need to watch someone else. I gave myself a cramp. Do. I wrote down literally 2 things, so we're watching it again. Who's surprised? Not me. Starting in 3, 2, 1. God, I don't want to take notes. I just want to keep watching it. This is so bad. I love how they go to 4 groups. Look, or 3 groups of like 4, 4, 5. And then the line. Run. I love him so much. Oh my god. The angles in that part are really interesting. Each group. New Turn's fun. We kind of get another shadow moment here. Not Shadow the song, but Shadow with Uzi. and the person that was standing behind him. That ripple, oh my god. And again, whoosh! Oh. So much is happening in my brain. I literally can't watch anyone but Mingyu. It's such a problem. I need to look at someone else. For the love of God. Oh my god. There are literally 12 other people. Okay, well I have some new things to talk about now. It's not going to be everything I could potentially talk about because I would really need to watch this like 100,000 more times and then take notes every time and then mash it all together, and then we would have my full analysis. But I always like to preface it with, this is what I have seen in this choreography today while I'm watching it. So that is the commentary I'm going to give you. I did have some really good feedback from you guys on my last video. A lot of you wish that I could edit in the clips of what I'm talking about, and then the other half of you think, no, I know the dance so well, I don't need the clips, I know exactly what you're mentioning. And then there was a comment that was like, if you could just give a timestamp so we could go back and reference it ourselves, that would be helpful. I'm going to try and do the timestamp thing, because that should be the easiest for me to incorporate instead of editing in all the clips of what I'm mentioning. So we're going to try that. Let me know what you think. If you hate it, let me know. If you don't hate it, let me know that too. Okay, in the very beginning, let me get you a timestamp. Should just be the beginning. Okay, so this ripple starts at 12 seconds, 0:12. We get the ripple that happens twice. So we have this ripple while they're in the clump. They're going to spread out from this formation, do another kind of ripple, and then we're going to get 3 different groups. It's very interesting how these groups are made, and I honestly couldn't tell you what the 2 in the back are doing because my eye is so drawn on the group of 5. So we have the soloist with 2 people doing duets here, where they like have their arms through the other person doing choreography that way. I just think that formation switch and the way that it's a ripple section, another ripple section, and then 3 different groups that are so evenly dispersed and placed on stage was really, really satisfying to watch. I think that's probably the overall term I would use for this choreography, is that it's really satisfying. When you watch it, you're just like, like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted them to do. That's what I wanted it to look like, and it just feels so good. Okay. Let's find where my next note is. So my next note is the group of 5. So this starts at 27 seconds, 0:27. What I wrote down is corners and body angles. So this is really interesting in the way that they are using their bodies on the beat to sort of make different shapes, obviously, but okay, so it starts really at like the 30-ish second mark or 32 seconds, where after they do this push, 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 because then they go like here, 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 here. Like all of that, starting from the push, 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 it's giving so many angles all at once. And then we get very isolated, like boom, 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 boom. I just thought it was so interesting to break up this choreography with something so sort of, it's almost like a pop from like pop lock technique, And that's why I think it's so interesting, and it sort of stuck out to me in my mind, because this choreography overall really is not pop lock influenced from what I am seeing. But this section specifically very much is. I don't have a timestamp for this because it's a general comment, but when we split up into groups, each group has a distinct style and a distinct movement pattern that is different from each other. So like I just mentioned, this group here has like a little more of a pop lock style. Some of the other groups have more ripples in them. Some of the other groups have more partner choreography in them. Some other groups have a little more fluid choreography, or a little more subtle or big or something. Like insert adjective here. Every group seems to have a distinct thing or motif that makes them a little bit different from the group that came before or after them. What's really interesting about that though is that if you take an element from each group and put it all together, that is what we get when they come together and dance as 13. So all of these little side groups that they're doing are all like hints at what's going to be coming next in this big grand gesture choreography. Hello, wake up. My iPad fell asleep. Yes, it's me. Let me in. So at 104, we've just done the very first section of like chorus choreography with the big arms back, ball changed, come forward, blah, 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 to the suit new turn. And then we're now starting to get 2 triangles right back to back next to each other. What's so fun about this formation is that the point of the triangle, so like if my left side of the line, their person's in front, right? My right side of the line, their person is on the shoulder in the back. I wonder if I can draw this for you. That might be more helpful. So, hold on, I'll get it. So, if you see this one, you can see that this side, their person is in front, right? So it's this whole side is behind this person in front. Over here, however, it's the other side whose person is in front, right? So what's so fun about this section of choreography is the line whose person is in front keeps switching with each other. I think they switched 3 times to go, is it Vernon and Dino? No, who is it? Maybe it is. Yeah, I think it's Vernon and Dino who keep switching back and forth. So Vernon starts in front, and then his entire line and the line behind him takes a step back, and this line takes a step forward. So now Dino and his line is in front, and then they switch back again. That is so subtle. I've never seen a choreography or a formation change that is so subtle like that. But it's just, I could tell that they were switching who was in the point, but it wasn't until the second time watching it that I realized the entire line that's dominating is switching. That is so cool. That is so subtle. It's so cool. Is it my favorite thing in this dance? Maybe. It might be. It's really cool. Okay, let's talk, I guess, because I couldn't leave it out, right, about this chorus section. So I'm going to talk about the one that starts at 149. So we get out, cross, step, step, out, out, kick, kick, I think. Let me check. Let me double check. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we get out, cross, da, da, out, cross, 1, 2, 3, step, around, around. That's the general gist. That's the general gist of what is happening in that choreography. I think it's very interesting. I sort of already mentioned it, to watch what part of the body is doing what when. So we get very big arm as they're coming forward. Arm, cross, then it's leg, leg, then arm, then leg, 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 leg. So this, if we were watching it from the beginning section of this is obviously the second time they're doing this portion of choreography. It's a combination, like I said, of the elements we were getting earlier. So when in the beginning, we were getting just the head, hand thing here. Now we're getting arms and legs together, but it is still in some moments so very separate, and that's really interesting to me. It's also so dynamic just because of the way that their arms are positioned and how big they are. And it's the fact that they're like leading with their legs a little bit because the arms are coming back as they're moving forward. So it's like their chest and their feet are driving them forward. And then we get touch, touch, just an out. And then the feet bring them backwards. So really interesting positioning of the arms and the directions it's taking us in. And I don't necessarily know why it's happening, but I think it's really interesting to watch that it's like, it's a push back with your arms, but you're coming forward, and then you have the forward, and then you have out, and then it's a push back and you go backwards with your feet. So very interesting. Also, that's what I meant earlier when I said, oh, they do a rond de jambe twice back. That is what that movement is called when you swipe your leg in a half circle on the ground. It's called a rond de jambe. It also goes into the sort of what I think looks so much like a line dancing section at like 155, where they do the kick, kick to go step, kick up and back, where they do that little jump. That again is giving like a little bit line dancey and also a little bit still flying with the wings. So really interesting. I wonder if the arm section, step, step, hit, hit, out, up, up. I wonder if that, I'm thinking too much about it because I'm thinking about like birds and wind patterns. And like, yeah, it would make sense to go forward and then the glides back represent like a wind. I don't know, anyway. I like thought about it way too much. That happens sometimes. Okay, so right here at like 212 is when we get this really cool section of isolation. It's technically more simplistic choreography because they're really only moving one part of their body at a time, or it's not like cardio intense. It's very much just like standard movements. What makes it look so much cooler is that they have the technique to back up these movements. So instead of just having like your arms out and not really doing anything, they have their arms out with energy. They're isolating the right parts of their body as they're doing this. That's what makes it really exciting. But we get so many isolations in this section. It starts with the arms out, then they bring this arm in, then they bring like this arm and a leg in, and the whole time it's on a very specific beat. And I wanted to try and count it with you. It's not gonna be right. It's not gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna try and get you to hear what I'm hearing as I'm seeing this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, da, 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 boom. Okay, even the na, na. Okay, so basically in that section we get a lot of and counts. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is what makes it so dynamic, and it's also working off of all of the percussion instruments that's in the music. So like boom, 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 boom. That is what they're mimicking as they're doing these movements, and it's really almost emotional kind of because I keep hitting my table because I keep moving my legs. It's very much like rock, which makes sense because the song is called Rock With You, but they're putting so much emotion into these like really subtle and not super big movements. I just think this section is so interesting, and it sort of sticks out to me the same way the pop lock section from earlier stuck out because it's just so different from the rest of this choreography. Like, to just stand there and like 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 8, 1, 7. Like, it's so interesting. I don't know. The other thing I wanted to note is something I haven't seen 17 do before, but this is only my second dance practice with them, so maybe they do it a lot. When I would react to Icon, and again, don't get upset that I'm mentioning another group. I'm mentioning another group simply to reference the fact that I noticed it the first time when I was watching Icon, because they do this in every dance, where they, towards the end of their conversation? Towards the end of their choreography, will have what I called a party section, where they sort of improvise, they engage with the audience, with each other, they'll go around the stage, and they'll just sort of like jump and have a good time. Could it be choreographed? Sure, you can choreograph like a party improv section. I can't say for sure whether it is or is not choreographed. We get a similar party section here with 17, where it doesn't necessarily look like each specific movement is choreographed. It could be, but it's all very random and excited and just like having fun with each other on stage before they go into that final piece of closing choreography before they end the entire song. So I just thought it was very interesting to see 17 doing something like that when Icon is really the only other group I've ever seen do it before. So that was a super cool thing to see from them, and I was not expecting it. And I just love watching performers and dancers having fun on stage, having fun with the audience, having fun with each other, and just having fun with themselves. This video is too long, so I'm gonna stop talking now. I hope this helped, trying to talk about some of the timestamps and things like that. Before I go, I also wanted to mention, if you didn't know, I do have an Etsy shop. It's listed down below. I make all sorts of fun K-pop items. I will have 17 on my Etsy shop as soon as I get everyone's names. That is always my promise to myself, is that I want to know everyone's names before I ever put anyone up on the shop. And also, in addition to that, I have a Patreon page. Do not feel pressured to join. I just like mentioning it so that you can know if you do become a member over there. You can see my YouTube videos a few days before they come up on YouTube. I also have a tier over on Patreon where once a month you'll give me your bias list and I will make you fan-made bias photo cards. So this is a photo card for one of my Patreon members, and then the two of Mingyu I made for myself. So that is also available if you head on over to Patreon. Of course, if you can't become a patron, I totally understand. No hard feelings, I will not be upset at all. Just you being here, leaving a like or a comment or subscribing on my channel really means so much to me. So thank you to everyone who is here watching today. I hope this helped if you needed it. I hope you're gonna have a good rest of your day, a good rest of your week. My DMs are always open if you need someone to talk to. My Instagram should be linked down below or on the main page. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!